Greetings to all cinephiles who appreciate good movies. I offer you captivating stories that will not leave you indifferent. Greetings, my name is Mark, and we're starting. We're talking about the movie Conan the Barbarian. In the ancient times of the Hyborian Age, long before our modern civilization, a strong man tells his young son about the secret of steel. He also mentions the god whom the boy must serve. His name is Chrome. Giants used to dwell on the earth. In the pitch, black darkness, they managed to deceive the god and steal the secret of steel. Chrome grew angry, and the earth shook with his power. The sky and wind descended upon giants, sweeping their bodies into the depths of the waters. Blinded by the battle, the gods forgot about the secret of steel and left it on the battlefield. That's how it fell into the hands of ordinary people. It was and remains a great mystery to many. The man claims that the boy must learn to understand the essence of steel. Soon after this conversation, a belligerent band attacks the village where the boy lives. Leading this band is the evil sorcerer, Tulsa Doom. Conan, the boy's name, witnesses how the soldiers, intoxicated by the scent of blood, kill all the villagers. They burn their homes to the ground. Tulsa Doom personally kills the boy's mother, decapitating her with his sword. After the war, he gathers all surviving children and takes them with him. This is how the boy falls into years of slavery. After several years of forced labor on the wheel of pain, Conan, now grown and possessing extraordinary strength, begins to master the art of combat. By winning in gladiatorial battles all this time, he never forgets who deprived him of his family and his native village. The owner who bought Conan as a child notices the young man's great potential when he defeats even the strongest opponents. He decides to train him in the art of weapon mastery. Thus, the young man receives a great honor and sets off for the east. In addition to his impeccable swordsmanship, Conan learns the art of warfare. Later, the young man is given lessons in reading and writing. After a few more years, the owner grants him his freedom, believing that he has fully paid his price. Conan can't believe his luck when the chains are removed from him. Thus begins the wanderings of the young warrior, thirsting for revenge for the death of his loved ones. Hiding from hungry jackals in a burial mound, he discovers a sword. With the weapon, he secures several warm furs for himself. And soon, he finds a hut where a young hostess welcomes him. The woman turns out to be a witch who has long lacked male attention. During a passionate night, Conan sees that a mad sorceress lies next to him. He throws her into the fire. Afterward, he sees the flames flying away from the hut. Gathering quickly, the young man sets off on his journey. He managed to learn the approximate direction from the witch and resolutely moves there along the road. He encounters Subtai, a Hyrcanian archer. Conan saves him from death, and both men continue their journey to the kingdom of Zamora. It is precisely there, if the witch is to be believed, that the one whom the young man is seeking resides. Upon arriving in the capital city, the friends hear from a local merchant about a religious cult dedicated to snakes. The man explains that the cult began as small groups of people, but it has now grown into a whole community that eliminates those who do not conform to their beliefs. While strolling through the streets, he notices a camel and, trying to remove it from the road, he hits it hard with his fist. All passersby instantly stop and watch the guy who easily dealt with the animal in one blow. Subutai mocks his comrade, claiming that he is too healthy to become a thief. Late at night, the friends gather to infiltrate the snake temple. At the entrance, they meet Valeria. The girl also plans to penetrate the sanctuary in order to rob it. Looking at the guys, she suggests joining forces. They agree. Climbing a tall tower, the trio enters the temple. Inside, Conan steals a huge precious stone known as the Snake's Eye. Suddenly, he notices the emblem of two snake heads under the sun and realizes that the snake cult is connected to the warriors who attacked his village. The group witnesses the cult sacrifice of a young girl to a giant snake. Trying to help her, he gets caught in the strong embrace of the snake. Subutai comes to the rescue, releasing several arrows at the snake. All the temple dwellers are filled with horror and panic, which prevents them from catching the thieves. Conan, Subutai, and Valeria successfully leave the cult's walls. Deciding to celebrate their luck, the group heads to a tavern. There, they joyfully spend their time. Conan gives the stolen gem to Valeria, and the rest of the night, the pair spends together. The next day, the robbers are arrested by the royal guards. They are brought directly to the ruler. King Ozarek shares his concerns with the thieves. His daughter has run away from home and headed east to Tulsa Doom. She is under the influence of the cult and is ready to do anything, even forget about her family. Ozarek promises the company freedom and a significant reward if they can bring his daughter back home. Agreeing to the king's terms, the friends go to sleep to rest. Before the long journey, Valeria and Subotai persuade Conan to deceive Ozarek, to escape as soon as they leave the kingdom. However, the young man keeps his word. So, waking up in the morning, the friends see his empty bed. He went alone. After many days of travel, Conan meets the sorcerer Akira in the desert. Akira tells him about his attachment to his homeland, therefore he lives in seclusion. Learning about the young man's plans and sensing his kindness, he agrees to help him. The next morning, Conan sets off on his journey, but not on his own horse, but on a camel. He also changes his clothes to resemble the cult of the snake's followers. In this guise, the young man enters the camp of those heading to the Mountain of Power. Upon reaching the place, he finally reveals his true identity. The guards seize the boy and brutally beat him. After that, they take him to the ruler of Tulsa Doom. The ruler tells Conan about the secret of steel that he has been seeking all these years. Then he demonstrates his strength and power. He orders one of his attendants to jump off the cliff. Deciding that he has demonstrated enough to the stranger, Tulsa Doom orders 5 men to the Tree of Woe. Thus, Conan finds himself in the desert, where vultures, thirst, and the scorching sun torment him. His strength starts to fade away. He reconciles himself with the thought of death, and suddenly a familiar silhouette appears in the distance. The silhouette belongs to Subotai. He couldn't leave his friend and decides to follow him. Conan frees himself from the tight ropes binding his hands. Together with Valeria, they carry him to the sorcerer. The friends plead with the sorcerer to save their comrade, and he agrees. He intends to summon spirits for help and warns the travelers that they will ask for a great price. After receiving their consent, Akira begins the ritual. Throughout the night, the friends battle dark forces that try to seize Conan. With the break of dawn, he finally regains consciousness. Valeria, seeing this, confesses her feelings to the young man and assures him that she will never leave him again. After discussing their next plan, the company sets off for the Temple of Tulsa Doom. Once inside the temple, they skillfully evade the guards and find the princess. However, the girl starts to raise an alarm. Because of this, they are forced to flee the cave, pursued by guards. Not willing to accept such audacity, Tulsa Doom sets a poisonous snake on their trail. The snake strikes Valeria. Reaching a safe place, the friends examine the girl's wound. Understanding that it is the price for saving Conan's life from the spirits, Valeria accepts her fate with dignity. The girl dies in the arms of her beloved. He arranges a funeral pyre for her. Afterward, he prepares for the battle with Tulsa Doom's army. Together with the troops, they surround the hill with stakes and set traps. And in the most prominent place, they tie up the princess. Tulsa Doom's forces fall into the ambush, and the friends manage to eliminate a significant portion of the warriors. Togrul, the loyal servant of the ruler, dies as he falls into one of the traps. Rexer, who killed Conan's father and took away his medallion many years ago, dies at the hands of Conan himself. Throughout this time, the spirit of Valeria aids him. Realizing that the battle is lost, Tulsa Doom tries to strike the princess with a venomous snake. However, Subotai saves her by taking the blow upon himself. After that, the enchantment on the girl is completely lifted. Later, she helps Conan to stealthily infiltrate the temple and get close to Tulsa Doom while he addresses his followers. He attempts to hypnotize Conan, but of course, he fails. The young warrior beheads his father's enemy with his sword. With no ruler left, Doom's followers scatter. Conan sets the temple on fire and returns the princess home. Thanks to Akira, the whole world learns about the glorious warrior. Legends are created about him, which have reached our days. Thank you, friends, for watching. Don't forget to like and leave comments. Watch more video reviews on my channel. Goodbye, everyone.